I distribute with a review of the Harden Volume 10. One improvement compared to the previous editions is that the 8 had an upper that kind of pinched in certain areas. The 9 had an upper that creases a lot. This one doesn't pinch, doesn't crease as much. And this composite-like material is more like closer to thin film that's shiny, kind of like the LeBron 23, except compared to the 23s, this doesn't crease as much. It's definitely a lot more supportive than those that very thin plastic used, rubbery plastic used in the LeBron 23. Fit-wise, I would suggest going half a size up. It's not exactly the most forgiving fit. One thing I like about this shoe compared to most other Adidas shoe out there, there is no crazy dumb toe box dead space, so that fits nicely. Um, I wish they would do something about this one booty neoprene sock liner because I really appreciate having a tongue that kind of opens and separates for ease of uh, putting your foot in and also locking the shoe as well. Cushioning wise, it's pretty horrible. 8, 9, 10, they're similar boosts, but I think this has uh, more or less the same, but it feels as bad as the AE1 lows. The AE1 lows, they keep changing the names and uh, the composition, the density of the foam, the boost foam. They keep coming with light boost, jet boost, laid back jet boost, whatever. So this, they try to make it more lightweight. That's why it weighs about 430 grams, which is a lot lighter compared to a lot of previous Adidas shoes with boost that's this bulky design. But once you put this on your feet, it feels heavier than what the Digit shoe. It's not exactly the most lightweight kind of feeling shoe there. So the boost heel, there's a bit of a compression forefoot. It's basically non-existent. So I would say it's inferior to a foamy, frothy goodness of the heel you get in the Dame 10s or the Dawn Issue 7. And on the forefoot, it's pretty much the same. Even if there's boost, it's pretty much like nothing there. It feels as bad, if not worse, than the Dame 10s and the Dawn Issue 7s in terms of the forefoot comfort. And this little plastic plate all over the heel that makes it even more rigid and unforgiving, and it really affects the compression and expansion of the foam in the heel. That really negates the cushioning even more. So I mean, definitely you can feel there's some degree of cushioning in the heel, but this clunkiness definitely impacts or negatively adversely affects what it could really do. But overall, the boost is not as good as what it used to be in the 1, 2s, and 3s. uh, Try them on now, they feel much more comfortable, much more supportive and cushy than this, yeah, this crap. The insole is, it's got a bit more concentrated forefoot and heel cushioning. Instead of these little dots, they try to give more foam there. It's basically an EVA foam. I always like the plain EVA foam that Adidas shoes give, so this is not bad. Um, it's pretty, the base is pretty wide, just like most Adidas shoe. It does provide ample ankle rollover prevention, and also the forefoot is like so low to the ground, so you won't have to worry about that kind of instability. The traction is pretty much the same, except there's a little bit more division, so they're not just circular crop circle shapes. They're like little rice bits, like the kind of pattern we saw in the Dame 10s. So definitely this actually enhance the distraction a little bit, and it definitely helps with avoiding dust clogging these lanes, but nothing too drastically improved. It feels similar to the 8s and the 9s. Price point, it's been jacked up, at least here in Korea. It's, yeah, it's as expensive as the LeBrons. Hardens, I don't think they started out at such a high price point. So did you watch the Adidas Harden Volume 10 commercial? Oh my God, you could get like a fourth grader to make a video that's so much better than that. How lazy is that? It's like they're trying to ironically show the current state of James Harden, the player, about how lackadaisical he is and how he has no improvements, how he is probably gonna retire soon. I mean, he's a great player. I love watching him play, but there's no improvement. He's the same guy except more out of shape, and yeah, I'd love to see him improve, but just like his shoe, it's kind of stagnant.